Today we are in the beautiful Fletcher View Campground.
Now, this is part of the Spring Mountains National Recreation Area, and I gotta tell you guys, this place is beautiful.
I think that we have the best campsite in this whole campground.
I kind of do too. You know, we're at number 10, and we are at the very, very top of the hill, right by the loop. I just love it here.
I do, and what I love most is probably the view of the mountain.
You know, look at that view. This is what we wake up to. This is what we go to sleep to every day. And you know what? It kind of reminds me of Half Dome in Yosemite. It's like a little mini Half Dome.
It does, and that was such a great time that we had when we were there, that looking up at that in the morning and in the evening, looking at the stars here, it's just probably like nothing we've seen. I think every campground everywhere we go is just a little different.
Right, but we are really away from the city light pollution. We're at about 7,800 feet, so it's just you know, an incredible experience here. And you know, the amenities are really nice. They have these beautiful big fire rings. You know, we'll show you the fire that we had last night. It's just great.
And a grill, so you could grill. Now our grill is on top of it because we don't use the charcoal grill. And great benches, just everything you can need. There's a pad for tents. You could probably put 2 small tents or 1 very large tent.
Actually, I saw somebody down the road with 3 tents on one of those. They had them all set up.
Okay, closeness.
Yep.
But it's really a very different environment. Being from the East Coast, when you think of the mountains and you think of trees, this is very different. Now there are a lot of pine trees and some kids that are loud, which is they're far enough away, but you can probably hear them. If you're into pine cones, they are all over. There are 2 double sites in this campground, so that means you could park 2 rigs here. You have 2 grills, 2 tables. It's an extra big space. There's still room for a tent, and the best part, 2 30-amp hookups.
So here at Fletcher View Campground, they have these water stumps. There's probably about 4 or 5 of them through, so people have to share them. Now, I want you to notice something. There's no hookup in the bottom of this. That is because the rules here say you cannot fill up your RV with the water from the system. So when you come here, you want to make sure that you have plenty of water in your tanks. And while I'm talking about water, when it goes in the tank, it's got to go into your gray tank or your black tank. There is no dump stations on Mount Charleston at all. The closest one is 18 miles away. So you want to make sure before you come up the mountain that you're prepared.
When you are here in this campground, you are roughing it. They do have bathrooms, 1 for men, 1 for women, but there are no showers. So prepare before you come.
This campground can accommodate anything from Explorer 1, which is a 40-foot Class A, to I'm going to say 32, 36-foot travel trailer, and even a little tent here. But you know what? The best part about this, Evan, come on out. Come on. Here he is. Look at this. Here's one of the youngest campers out there. Do you like camping? Yeah. As Patty and I walked through this campground, I noticed a marker here. And I'm going to assume that this is a snow marker because it does get very snowy here. Now, I am going to tell you that the website says that this campground is open 365 days a year. But I got to tell you, if the snow was this high, I don't think I want to be camping in any kind of vehicle. Almost everywhere you go these days, there is a camp host. And a camp host is a volunteer that actually lives on property, and they get some discounts for staying on property, but they take care of everything. Now, here at Fletcher View Campground, the camp hosts, I'm going to say, are exceptional. So we're walking on a trail that is just going kind of downhill from Fletcher View Campground. And we're on our way to what I'm going to say is one of the best kept secrets in camping up here in Kyle Canyon.
And here's why it's such a big secret. This was a picnic area. So it has tables and areas for people to literally just picnic. but they have now made it a campground. And even the signs don't really say it. This is a great place to come if you're coming for the day. There are plenty areas to stop and have a picnic, to do small hikes or large hikes. It is just beautiful.
Now last week when we came up for Fletcher View Campground, we came for a first come, first served spot. Well, guess what? There were no first come, first served spots available when I got here. So I had to come down to the picnic area, which is right below, and we just walked that. And this is the spot that I stayed in the very first night.
Living in Las Vegas for the last 3 years, coming up here to Mount Charleston is one of my favorite places to be.
You know, it's just, the air is clean, it's so beautiful with all the trees, and you know, these cabins over here, you know, one of the things Patti's always wanted to do is like stay in these cabins.
It is the only time I want to be in the snow, being in the cabin with a hot tub and a fireplace and looking at this amazing view.
So, you know, if you're gonna come up to Mount Charleston, Fletcher Creek Campground, or Fletcher View Campground, is just incredible. And then there's the picnic area.
Absolutely. So the picnic area, that is the secret campground. There are a lot of places to camp, and you can use any size rig or tent camp there.
And then one of the really cool things up here is you can come up to the lodge for lunch, which we're going to do today, and then there's all these little stands so you can buy jewelry and pet supplies and all kinds of things that's branded to Mount Charleston and not branded to Mount Charleston.
Yes, crystals and all kinds of cool stuff.
So overall, Fletcher View Campground, what do you think?
I think it is amazing.
Absolutely amazing. From Mount Charleston in Las Vegas, Nevada, I'm Dan Hunt with my incredible wife, Patti Hunt, saying have a great rest of today.
And an even better day tomorrow.